knowledge and acumen.
See, I've been listening to you.
That's exactly right. The big man sits back around the free throw line and deny penetration. It's a strategy that basically concedes the deep two, another indication of where analytics coming into play in terms of strategy.
Now here's Curry. Butler with the ball, and Curry picks him up defensively. It's Jennings with the drive, and it hung on the rim but wouldn't fall for him. To the inside, and stolen by Drummond. Now Jennings. They get a hand on it, and here we go. Thompson heading to the hoop. The shot is off. Great D that time from Jennings. Butler kicks to Jackson. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Jennings drives in. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Jennings has got his first basket of the night. Here's Curry with the three. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Butler in the corner. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And that assist earned him a little nod from his teammate after the basket.
Here's Curry. Can't get the heave to fall.
That's flat out embarrassing. Well, Steph Curry, of course, deadly from outside the arc. But last season he tried to improve his ability to get to the rim. In fact, he significantly increased his points in the paint last year.
Now here's Butler. Shoots a fader, and Detroit again with the bucket.
Yeah, he's almost putting on a little show out there with that fadeaway jumper.
Curry with a wide open look. Another miss by Curry.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
Warriors have gone 2 of 6 in the field. The Hail Mary from beyond half court is off target.
And it seems like nothing is falling for him this quarter. He's really out of his rhythm.
Yeah, here we go, huh? Yeah. Yo, when I was young, man, my dad had a house. I catch a contact and talk like Eka Mouse. Go to school, act like I'm pulling out. Kinda funny, cause I used to freak my teachers out. Like, dong, dong, diddy, dong, dong. Sin. So much me go teach you about piece of the one black Johnny and out. In the club, everybody on Sinatra. Look around, everybody on Sinatra. I ain't talking about they call. I'm talking about and go ha 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 ha. I mean, just go bonkers, make the young girls wild, and then go let's make the smile. They don't need binoculars, make wanna pull out. They got you. Ring, ba bum ba bum. Aerosol can, ba bum ba bum. Monkey outside, ba bum ba bum. All night, ba bum ba bum. Stick a bum, stick a clang clang clang. Hang on to that like a ring gauge. Transform to a grown man and transform again like skateboard can make more. Still my style, I ain't got no reward like make yourself bigger like mushroom. Mario Kart, all y'all wanna get like me. All y'all wanna spit like P. Miss wanna hit like me. Meanwhile you wanna kiss my child rebel soldier, hit that for the combo. And then the dress on a rhino, boom. Commodore like Lionel, zoom. All of that like a new Ray-Ron. Am I wrong? Riding with my main all night long. 1 second I'm here, next second I'm gone. That's 2 and 60 seconds. What you on? Girls on me like they super glued on. Like a table you could place food on. Szechuan, oh Hunan. I'm hot like the place Mulan. Ring, ba bum ba bum. Aerosol can, ba bum ba bum. Monkey outside, ba bum ba bum. All night, ba bum ba bum. Bounce like a rengue tang. Transform to a grown man and transform again like. I'm hot like the place Tucson. BBC ice cream skewed on. No discounts, no coupons, but I got the Rolls Royce for the great poupon. Now you jealous with your face screwed on. Who on? You on? People only get booed on. Attitude get on. With peace, you wrong. Retreat. You don't want to feud on. Your nerves ain't meant for a big dude on. Stumping it until you gone. Hoping that you make it home with your shoes on while I'm touring these, scoring these movies. I know that I make it when I'm chilling with Stewie. Ask Mark Jacobs what I did for Louis. Sunglasses, campaign, and jewelry. Ask Albert how he really wanna use me. Come to Garcon, ain't using that loosely. Look at your forehead, sweating profusely. Aerosol can, monkey outside, all night, bomb, stick a clang, clang, clang. Bang on the like a renegade tank. Transform to a grown man and transform again like Mr. Laser.
Fast one, slow one, with the effing part. Fast one, slow one, with the effing part. Fast one, slow one, with the effing part. Fast one, slow one, with the fast one, slow one, with the effing part. Fast one, slow one, with the effing part. Fast one, slow one, with the effing part. Fast one, slow one, with the effing part.
Turn everything up for me. All levels. All levels. Shake it right now. Is that a 2-track?
Missy be the name and y'all should already know. I've been around long as Scarface, so shimmy, shimmy, yeah, shimmy, yeah, she, yeah. Let me grab the microphone and I'ma take it away. Every time I spit, I blow 1 or 2 speakers. Top model diva, but my name not Eva. Yeah, I bring fever, rocking classic Adidas. I'm straight off the heater, ripping needles off the meter. Here I go, flip my flow. Back it up, then I drop it low. It's a must, cause I'm dangerous. I talk, did a stutter. 2005 MCs in trouble. The rougher cover hide under your covers, cause you gon' need more protection than them.
And it's the Nets on a road trip for this one. An interconference game today, looking for the win. Great to have you with us, everybody, live on 2K Sports alongside Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. I'm Kevin Harlan. For the Pelicans, happy to be here in New Orleans right now in the midst of a homestand. This game, an interesting matchup for them, facing another middle-of-the-pack team. They're looking to take a step forward. This is the type of game that they've got to measure the progress with.
I think for the Pelicans, their season hasn't been great and it hasn't been terrible. It's been fairly pedestrian. A few times it's looked like they're about to turn the corner, but they just haven't been able to sustain that winning momentum.
And I'm not quite sure why that is, because I think they've got the talent to be among the league leaders, but it looks to me like it's not going to happen for them this year.
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. We've got Plumlee. Williams is out there with Bogdanovich. Then there's Johnson, and it's Jefferson in at the 4-man position. Johnson can't hit. So it's the Pelicans now, outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Raptors.
And guys, had their free throw shooting been anywhere near up to par, I think it would have changed everything in that game.
No doubt about it. I mean, there is a carryover effect when you're not having success at the line. It infiltrates other parts of your game. Well, it's obvious Anthony Davis can run, jump, rebound, block shots. You see those types around the NBA, but what sets him apart in my mind is his skill and fluidity at the offensive end. I mean, that to me is what elevates him to this.
You're up. Let's go.
Time to do my thing.
The Brooklyn Nets come into this one following a loss to the Nuggets in Denver.
And Kevin, I kept waiting for them to get back into that game. It seemed like they were capable of it, but it just never happened.
Well, I didn't see it, Steve. I mean, you had much more faith in them than I did. I didn't think they were showing any signs of life. We were watching the same thing, but perceiving it differently.
Things have kind of gone south for them.
Prime time's checked in for New Orleans.
Well, a chance to check out Joe Johnson here. The past few weeks, he's been a major contributor. You can see where he ranks. He's getting around 16 points a game, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists. And you really can't find much fault with him as far as his performances lately.
Yeah, he's been very, very dependable, steady, doing pretty much everything they've asked of him.
Outside Williams. Kicks to Johnson. Plumlee sets the pick for Johnson. Williams with a clean look. The shot's good on the assist by Johnson. 6 points for Darren Williams.
And he gets a 3 of his own. Good answer there.
Yeah, and he's not scared to trade shots like that.
Here's Primetime. He's coming off a 28-point game against Toronto. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Well, you allow them to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, I think you got to foul them, and free throws are better than a layup.
New Orleans shooting their first free throws here tonight. And he makes the first.
The Nets brought in a lot of talent before last season, and even though they had the big-name stars starting, they were actually a very deep team.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Ashik's checked in. The Nets also changing it up. Lopez comes in for Mason Plumlee. Young is subbed in for Jefferson. The pass to Primetime. From deep. Rebound by Johnson. Guys, as you said, the Nets stars got a lot of the attention, but they would go to the bench often, and Steve, it would pay off for them.
Well, they were second in bench minutes played last year and also top 5 in points off the bench. So, you know, this was a deep roster, and it really came through for them.
Knocked loose. Here's Bogdanovich. 26 points for him last game against Denver. Kicks it out to Johnson. Tries again. A nice shot by Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich has got the game tied up here for the Nets.
You got to put bodies on the glass right there. They just are not getting it done on the boards.
Yeah, they've got to do a much better job of going harder than that to the glass.
Here's Primetime. And the 3 off target. A chance here to retake the lead.
Showing some intensity here in these last few minutes.
The kick out to Williams. Here's Bogdanovich, averaging 6 points per contest. Nice D from Primetime. Evans outside. Passes it to Primetime. Goes up on the block, and he tries off the glass, but it's no good. And for Brooklyn, they're shooting just 35% to start the game. Over in the corner, Williams. And Bogdanovich kicks to Johnson. Nailed from three-point land. Now it's a 3-point Brooklyn lead.
Most any NBA player can make you pay when you leave them that wide open. That's why you have to stay alert on defense.
And the Pelicans miss again.
That's a bold move, trying to respond to that 3, but he couldn't convert.
He dishes it to Williams. Out to the wing. Here's Bogdanovich. Back to Williams. Shot clock at 5. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. Fires for 3. Again, the miss by Johnson.
If he can improve on what's been a shaky day for him thus far, they could stretch this lead out.
Outside Holiday. Out left to the wing. Shoots it up. No good from Primetime.
And he's having all sorts of problems with his shot.
I'm not sure he even has a shot right now, Steve, to be quite honest. Not a reliable one anyway.
Young's shot is off.
That's not his shot there, guys. And whether you play D on him or not, he's usually going to miss that one.
Back to Evans. Looking to end the drought. The kick out to Anderson. Here's Primetime. And it's off target. Not sure why he took that one.
He's jacked up a number of threes, but his accuracy has been lacking. Time to try something different, if you ask me.
Williams with a clean look. It's good from long range. Williams has got 9 points.
Tell you what, he's come into this game with the long-range stroke from the three-point line looking really solid.
And here's Holiday. And that does it for the first quarter. In just a moment. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Nets, what do you guys think?
How about the three-point shooting? The scoring has really come in.
Substitution here for New Orleans. Omer Ashik He's checked in for John Lure. Anderson comes in for Quincy Pondexter. Primetime's checked in for Gordon. And it's Drew Holiday in for Tyreek Evans. And then for Brooklyn, Plumlee, he's checked in for Jordan. And it's Johnson in for Bogdanovich. Primetime, he's in at shooting guard. Davis and Ashik patrol the paint. Holiday out there with Anderson. That's the Pelicans' 5. Shots good from Young.
They've really flipped things around offensively.
Well, anytime you can make more than half your shots, Clark, you take that any day of the week.
Thaddeus Young is a left-hander out of Georgia Tech. He only played 1 year in college and has really rounded into a nice pro. He's a very unique player. He's a face-up, slashing power forward with a lightning-quick first step. And he's really hard to keep in front.
Jefferson, a screen on Holiday. It's Williams with the drive. He got an advantage there off the pick and took it right in. Williams has got 23. Pelicans trailed by 11. Pass to Primetime. Puts it up from 12. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Primetime's got 5 points now in the quarter. Brooklyn's gone outside a lot tonight. 17 times, in fact. 7 of 17. Williams dishes to Jefferson. Fires from 14. Shot misses. Great D that time from Davis. Here's Primetime. He's guarded by Johnson. No good from Primetime. Brooklyn leading by 9. Williams passes to Johnson. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Joe Johnson is also sometimes called ISO Joe because of his ability to produce buckets going one-on-one. There's nobody better in that situation in terms of creating a shot with ease and never shying away from the big moment.
And you talk about Johnson's ability to get his shot off. 6'7", huge frame for a two-guard. And with his ball handling ability, he can really create space for himself.
Brooklyn making some changes. Brook Lopez is checked in for Jefferson, and it's Bogdanovich in for Young. And Johnson's so smooth, Clark, but you know, Joe, his size and strength, sometimes it seems like he could do more to press the issue and draw foul.
Well, you know, I'm not going to be overly critical. This guy is terrific as a one-on-one isolation player. He used to average over 5 free throws a game, but that number has declined. But that may be more a function of him maturing in his career and picking his spots to be aggressive and not wanting to draw contact.
Williams kicks to Johnson. Back to Williams. Clock at 6. Johnson in the corner. And it's out of bounds to the Pelicans. Some of the great passing small forwards in the NBA on your screen right now. These are the assist leaders at that position in the past month. Tyreek Evans is 3rd. And, of course, Joe Johnson.
The passes we've seen some of these guys make from the wing are outstanding. Truly gifted distributors.
Yeah, and one of the passes they really need to prioritize and be able to make is that entry pass, getting that ball inside. Accurately throwing it into the low post is really a bit of a lost art in today's game.
Williams with the ball, and Holiday picks him up defensively. Here's Bogdanovich. He's got 11. And Brooklyn has possession. Just 5 to shoot. There's Williams with the 3. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Williams has got 26 points.
And they can guarantee this is the last possession of the quarter if they hang on to it.
And that's probably what they're going to do here.
Here's Primetime. 15 points in the game. It's up a 3.
Okay, everybody, pay attention. We definitely got some game to get away from us. The first thing I've got to do is give a little tip of the cap to our bench guys. You really answer the bell when we call on you. Those were...
And now the 3rd quarter about to get going. It's been one outstanding...
Wake up, son. You're in.
Oh, it's time to ball.
Pelicans trailed by 11. So for Brooklyn now, Jefferson is out there with Jordan. And it's Young. Then there's Darren Williams. And it's Bogdanovich in at the 2. The lead now cut to single digits.
And they got exactly what they wanted against that defense.
Primetime's checked in for Anthony Davis.
And look now at the last month for the Nets. How did they stack up in the league statistically over that time frame? 14th in opponent offense, 18th in shooting percentage. And as far as block shots go, not a strong suit for this team. Only top 20 in the league. They really don't do a good job of defending the paint.
Here's Williams. The second chance effort. It's rebounded by New Orleans. They're getting their first look of the season at the Nets in this one.
Always a little tougher to see how you match up with teams in the opposite conference because you just don't see them very often.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Doris Burke. Hey, Doris.
Well, gentlemen, Anthony Davis is not yet a household name, but he's quickly becoming an elite talent. Monty Williams said there are a few power forwards that are rated ahead of him, but the key is winning. When we win, people are going to see how much better he is than those guys. He's right there with the best in the league. Such a bright young career, Kevin.
A superstar in the making, Doris. Thank you. Let's keep talking about the lack of games and reps between these two teams. There's not a lot of history between them. And this is their first chance this season to create some, I guess, with one more meeting later on coming up.
You know, that's what we get when it's East versus West, Kevin, but it certainly hasn't detracted from the atmosphere in here. I think, if anything, it's added a little something to it.
I agree.
And no question, he got bumped on that shot.
Definitely no room for discussion on that one.
And to look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Nets.
How about the three-point shooting we're seeing so far, guys? Amazing.
Another part of their game that's made a difference tonight is all the second-chance points they've been able to get. There's not a lot you can say that hasn't been said before about his skill at the charity stripe.
Here's Primetime. 11 feet out and he hits it. Primetime's got 18 points in the game. Brooklyn leading by 8. Williams with the ball. 26 points for him. And Young kicks to Williams. Pass to Bogdanovich. And there's the feed to Young. Shot clock at 6. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
Yeah, the defender draped all over him.
Pretty plain and simple. Got him good there.
It's his first trip to the line.
Well, his free throw numbers this year are below 70%. So when he's getting to the line, he has not been effective.
Guys, he is close to where he was last year in that category, but his numbers are still down just a skosh.
Here's a Teletovic is checked in for Jordan. Here's Primetime. No good on the 3. The Nets shooting just 33% in the second half so far. They need to look at more high-quality shots. Well, Clark, a clear lane to the basket and the emphatic jam.
And that is outstanding attacking basketball.
Well, he had no choice but to take that one to the bucket.
Gordon, the pass to Primetime. A 3 off the inbound. Williams kicks to Bogdanovich. Williams attacking. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play.
Really good size and strength at the point guard spot. And once he gets a step on the guy, it's hard to push him off his line.
Gordon kicks to Anderson. Here's Primetime. He's guarded by Williams. Here's Primetime. Misses the 3.
And this has not been a quarter for him to remember.
Yeah, it sure hasn't, Steve. I mean, he's been doing his invisible man impersonation here, hasn't he?
Lopez kicks to Williams. Lopez, a screen on Gordon. Lopez outside. Just 5 to shoot. And stolen by Gordon. Nets leading by 12. Bogdanovich passes to Williams. Here's Bogdanovich. And Williams, here we go. And the shot is good. Williams has got 5 points now this quarter.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
Love it. Old school, just physical play in the paint, dominate.
You know, they're not totally dominating the glass, but they're definitely doing enough to keep this lead right where it is.
Well, if you're doing enough good things and you're maintaining at least a slight edge on the boards, you're usually going to be in pretty good shape.
Pelicans trail by 17. Lure the pass to primetime. Tries a 3. A rebound by the Nets. Teletovic has got his 3rd rebound on the night. Williams inside. He has 31. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in.
Beautiful job angling his body, shielding the big man from the ball on his way to the basket.
That's really the only way to do it if you're going to take it down there amongst the tall trees.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Evans is checked in, and a change for the Nets. Johnson's checked in. We've got 33 seconds left to play here in the 3rd. Williams kicks to Bogdanovic. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Kicks it out to Johnson. Here's Bogdanovic. And it's Lure with the rebound. Lure's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Will it go? And he sinks it from deep. 3-pointer good from Primetime. Primetime's got 6 points in the quarter. Johnson with it. He's got 8. Here's Bogdanovic. Kept alive. Lopez. No good with the layup. And as we end the 3rd quarter, a double. And now a brief chance to view our State Farm assist of the game. It's Brooklyn making a change here. Jordan's checked in. Nets leading by 9. Holiday and Evans comprise the backcourt. Anthony Davis is out there with Quincy Pondexter. And it's a Jinsaw in at the center position. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. Holiday against Johnson. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Davis has got 6 rebounds in the game. Primetime's checked in. Pelicans. Jefferson's checked in for the Nets. New Orleans has gone 2 or 3 in the 4th quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Holiday, the pass to Primetime. Lets the 3 fly. The rebound by Johnson. Johnson's got his 6th rebound on the night. And Bogdanovic kicks to Williams. Jefferson setting the pick for Williams. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nets will retain possession.
8 seconds.
Brook Lopez is checked in for Plumlee.
Next substitution, Brook Lopez.
Just 5 to shoot. Here's Johnson trying to get open as Lopez. And the shot is good from Johnson. Johnson's got 4 points in the quarter. Outside Holiday. The pass to Primetime. From deep. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Holiday's got 6 assists here tonight. Nets leading by 8. Outside Williams. He feeds it to Lopez. 6 to shoot. Rebound, Evans.
Looked like an easy 2 points right there.
You know he's kicking himself for that piece.
Here's Primetime. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
Tell you what, the defense has nothing to worry about out there with him shooting. I mean, he can't dial it in from deep this half at all.
Lopez, a screen on Davis. Williams dishes to Lopez. Williams kicks to Johnson. From the baseline. Shot is good off the back rim and in. And the Nets lead by 10.
They're straying away from the 3-point game here in the second half. And that's fine as long as they're on the lead and they're getting good shots. decided not to take nearly as many three-pointers in this half.
The shot by Evans, nobody around. The three-pointer, no good.
He's not exactly striping them from deep. He had 1 3-ball in the first half, still bagels in the second.
Williams kicks to Bogdanovich. Here's Lopez, and it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. That free throw good from Lopez. Brook Lopez hits them both.
Brook Lopez, an elite scoring big man. Tremendous size and shooting touch. He might be the best low post scorer in the NBA.
Davis down low. Jefferson is right there. Kicks it out to Evans. Jacks up a 3. Offensive rebound. And that one's good by Davis. Davis has got 12 points here in the second half.
You can see that they're not as aggressive from the three-point arc. They had far more attempts in the first half. And for Brook Lopez, always gifted offensively. That's a given. Where he's improved, I think, is in his defensive rebound. It takes a lot of effort to move that big body around, but he's made that commitment to really get after it, and it shows.
Here's Holiday, and he lays that one in. Holiday's got it back down to within single digits for the Pelicans.
You know, if you were only looking at the way he's played offensively, you'd think his team would be ahead.
Williams kicks to Johnson. Lopez, a screen on Evans. Back to Williams. Dishes it to Johnson. Lopez sets a screen for Johnson. No luck. Davis with some nice D.
Pretty good defense there. I mean, that's a shot that he can make, but they really challenged him.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. No good from prime time. Brooklyn's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway. Now Williams. And so...
Well, Joe, congrats.
Wait till you're announced. We've not yet lost all our graces. The hounds will stay in chains. upon your greatness as you send the call out, 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 send the call out Call the ladies out, they're in their finery. 100 jewels on throats, 100 jewels between teeth. Now bring my boys in, their skin in craters like the moon. The moon we love like a brother, while he glows through the room. Dancing around the lies we tell, dancing around big eyes as well. Even the comatose, they don't dance and tell. We live in cities you'll never see on screen. Not very pretty, but we sure know how to run free. Living in ruins of a palace within my dreams. And you know, we're on each other's team. I'm kinda over getting told to throw my hands up in the air. So there. So all the cups got broke, shards beneath our feet, but it wasn't my fault. And everyone's competing for a love they won't receive, 'cause what this palace wants is release. We live in cities you'll Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave?
And welcome everyone to another presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. Along with Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. The fan.
Let's go. You're in.
Hey, no time.
In for Bosch. And it's Chalmers in for Goran Dragic. The Heat trail by 9. And for Miami, looking who they've got out there. We've got Dang. Whiteside is out there with PJ. Then there's Chalmers, and it's Ennis in a 2-guard. Chalmers passes to Whiteside. 6 to shoot. Here's Dang. No good from outside.
What a struggle for him. A goose egg in the box score today.
Prime time's checked in for the Pelicans.
Kevin, let's check out how Miami stacked up in the league stats over the last month. 5th in rebounding, 5th in steals, and they are in the top 10 in field goal percentage. This is a team that shows excellent discipline at the offensive end.
And you put all those things together, and that makes this a very tough team. And what really jumps out at me is the rebounds, Clark. I mean, this is a team that controls the paint. If you're going to miss a shot, the ball seems to be theirs almost every time. That allows their transition game to get going. And then at the offensive end, they'll pound you on the offensive glass as well.
Dang dishes to Chalmers. Back to Dang. Miami needs to get a shot off. Tucker can't get it to go.
Omir Ashik, one of the premier defensive centers in the league. He's got size, mobility, and a great IQ for defensive position.
And the action on hold, as it appears there's been an injury. Yep, he's definitely in a bad way out there right now. Tough to see.
Yeah, from the look on his face, he's in a lot of pain.
Yeah, it sure looks that way. He's going to come out of the game right now and get that thing checked out.
Udonis Haslem, he's checked in for Miami. Ryan Anderson is checked in for Drew Holiday. Let's go to the 2K leaderboard and look at the NBA's best rebounding teams for this last month. The Heat in 5th.
I like how this team has been coming up big lately, Kevin. They seem to have a new dedication and energy to rebounding the ball, and it's paying off.
Well, it was Miami winning their last game against Orlando.
It was an emphatic win for them, especially considering that it was on the road. No question, by the way, that it was their offense that carried them.
Steve, I love the way they attacked at every opportunity. They never were on their heels, and eventually that allowed them to pull away.
Outside Dang. Pass to Chalmers. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Now Ennis. 14 points from him the last game against the Magic in Orlando. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. New Orleans making a switch here. Cole's checked in. Caspi, he's checked in for the Heat. Here's Primetime. Offline with his three.
Good glass work there. Rebounds have been a little tough to come by for them in this quarter.
Well, it looks to me like they're still finding their way out there, but it is early.
And Chalmers kicks to Dang. Left side, Dang. Buries it down low. Dang's got his second bucket.
Not exactly how he wanted to start this game. Just 2 for 7, but maybe that shot will get him going a little bit.
Cole's shot is good.
They've been hot here early, dropping them in left and right.
Let's see how long they can keep it going. This is quite a start.
Haslem a screen. And here's Ennis. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. And here's Chalmers from the arc. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Time now for an injury report.
Guys, I got an update from head athletic trainer of the Heat. Unfortunately, guys, he said it doesn't look good. That's the end of his night for sure, and the timetable for his return to action could be a long one, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris. Guys, the only thing you can wish for is that the prognosis isn't quite as bad as they're making it out to be.
Yeah, exactly, Kevin. I don't know, though. I mean, one way or another, it seems to me as though it's going to be a long time before we see him back in uniform.
Yeah, such a shame, guys. You always hate to hear of any player getting injured, and this does not sound good.
The Heat trail by 18. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. Now here's Ennis. Not a lot of room. Can they get it? And it's good on the layup. Ennis has got his first points in this one.
Really tough to get that shot off with the size differential there. It's not an individual matchup he's going to win every time, especially in the post.
Very well done. I didn't think he had any business operating down there with the big fellas. This looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Yeah, I don't know, Clark. I think there might be even more defense in warm-ups. I mean, this is kind of embarrassing.
Haslem a screen. There's 53 seconds left in the first. Here's Ennis, averaging 6 points per contest. Just 3 to shoot. Haslem can't get it to go.
And already we've got a very lopsided edge on the board for them.
Yep, +5 in rebounds. That didn't take long.
Here's Primetime. Hits the front of the rim and out.
You know, that's a problem he has. I mean, not being able to knock down that open jumper. I think it happens far too often.
Pass to Caspi. Ennis dishes to Caspi. To the right side. There's the pick. To the left wing. Here's Haslem. From 16 feet away, he cans it.
Yes, sir.
8 seconds left here in the first quarter. Cole, the pass to Primetime. Shot from the top of the key, and it's New Orleans scoring again.
I couldn't have dreamt of a much better start than what they've had here today.
Everything's worked, especially offensively, and what a lead they have already to show for it.
Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And the Pelicans have been rolling right along, haven't they?
And they've done a nice job here offensively to establish a rhythm and a pace to this game.
And I like that they're finding ways to score, playing well here, Steve.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the floor for Miami, Dragic is out there with Chalmers. Then there's Haslam, then there's Chris Bosh, and it's Caspi in at the small forward position. The Heat making a switch here. Whiteside's checked in. Here's Primetime, and again New Orleans with the triple. Here's Dragic. Bosh hits the pick for Dragic from the arc, and he gets it to go. Dragic has got 5 points so far.
You know, one thing you have to give Coach Eric Spoelstra credit for is he's not wedded to just one approach. I like his ability to be flexible. You remember after the 2011 finals, for example, he really went back to the drawing board and changed Miami's offense to their small ball approach, but also wanted to get LeBron inside more. The result has been a couple of championship rings.
Anderson kicks to Ajinça. A steal. And, oh, here we go. Chalmers has got it. The fast break chance. Basket is good. The assist from Bosh. 7 points in the game.
I'd say that shot was well within his range.
You think so? I mean, I was pretty good from 2 feet and in myself. That's a gimme there.
And there's the bucket from Primetime. You talk about Coach Spoelstra staying open to new ideas. He spent time in the summer studying football coaches and their techniques.
Yeah, kind of an interdisciplinary interest in greatness. And, you know, that's what goes into building a champion. Spoelstra, very intense and focused, always trying to find an edge, even if he has to kind of step outside the box a little bit.
5 to shoot. It's Dragic with the drive. Moves back up. And he gets it to go.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
Love it. Old school. Just physical play in the paint. Dominate.
Primetime. And another 3 for New Orleans.
You know, he's putting on an outstanding offensive display, and he may just be getting warmed up here.
Bosh, a screen on Holiday. Dragic dishes to Bosh. Back to Dragic. The pass to Whiteside. Bosh, that's good.
They've got to continue to put pressure on the defense by probing inside. That's what's really working for them.
And when you're doing the job they are inside, it takes pressure off the perimeter guys.
And a chance here to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Well, Kevin, you have to love that Goran Dragic is known as, quote, the Dragon. He said, when I was first in Phoenix, no one could pronounce my last name, so Steve Nash started calling me by that nickname. At the same time, the logo of my home city is a dragon.
New Orleans leading by 18. Cole, the pass to Gordon. Here's Primetime. He's covered by Dang. Primetime. It's good from long range. Primetime's got 11 here in this quarter alone.
I don't think they can ask much more of him than what he's done this quarter.
We've got 1:08 left in the first half. And it's Dang in the corner. Offensive rebound.
This has not at all been the kind of performance they've needed out of him.
And New Orleans pushing it up now. No good from Primetime.
Well, the defense backs off a little bit because he does not shoot the ball well from the three-point line.
And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the board.
Well, the main thing is they haven't allowed many second chance opportunities. And that is always going to allow you to maintain your lead.
The feed now to Haslam. Kicks it to Ennis. Right side Bosh. Miami no good on that time either.
No breathing room at all to take that shot.
Cole, the pass to Primetime. Feeds it to Gordon. Puts up a three. Another shot. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot two. The Pelicans have hit half their free throws in this one, going 3 of 6 so far.
Yeah, it's been an average year at the line for them so far this year, shooting about 75%.
You know, the numbers from the line, guys, are close to where they were last year. But just a tad worse, so not too bad.
Good if it goes. The shot will not go. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair.
Certainly good numbers from you shooting the ball in the first half. What has been your approach on offense?
I'm just trying to let the game come to me.
All right, listen up. Terrific job so far. The fans are into this game, and we're going to keep them there. Everybody was really mentally prepared tonight. That shows in the scoring we got off the bench. We didn't miss a beat, no matter what lineup we had in there.
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested.
Substitution.
You're up. Let's go.
Trying to do my thing.
And Miami also making a switch. Udonis Haslem, he's checked in for Goran Dragic. Holiday and Evans comprise the backcourt. Ryan Anderson out there with Omer Asher. And it's Pondexter in its small forward. That's the Pelicans 5. And Holiday kicks to Evans. He dishes it to Pondexter. Clock at 6. And Holiday, here we go. Got a piece of it. Ennis dishes to Whiteside. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two. That one's on Evans. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Pelicans.
Boy, defensively, they've played with a high energy level, guys, and all the steals we've seen to that aggressiveness.
Yeah, I think you also have to give them a lot of credit for how well they've risen up to meet shooters, to challenge shots in this game. A lot of blocked shots tonight.
Primetime's checked in for Drew Holiday. And Miami also making a switch. Chalmers has checked in. New Orleans has gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. And stolen by Chalmers. And oh, here we go. Chalmers has got it. The fast break chance. Can't connect from short range.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today. There's a glaring discrepancy between these teams in that area of the game.
Yeah, and that's what's paved the way for them to build this big lead, no question.
A nice shot by Pondexter.
Oh, he's going to keep banging those home if you give him that much space.
Down low. And it's Ennis that time on the assist by Chalmers. Ennis has got 10 points.
Love the interior passing. He knew exactly where to go with that ball.
Takes the three. And there's 3 points. The long-range shot is on target from Primetime.
These defenders are putting up very little resistance to the three-point shot.
And it's killing them. That's 4 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been three-pointers.
Here's Chalmers, and there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll scoring first-year players in the NBA for the past 10 games. You look at Primetime. 3rd in the league. He typically dominates out there. He can seemingly score at will.
He showed some versatility during that span. He's got more than just a move or two on the offensive end.
And one of the other things, guys, that's impressed me is that he understands when he needs to step up or when he needs to yield or defer to the veterans. And that's an outstanding trait to have.
New Orleans making a switch here. Cole's checked in.
Boy, his performance from long range has been incredible.
I know that was your shot, Steve, and today it's his too.
5 on the clock. Passes it to Whiteside. From around Jay. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. New Orleans gotten the three-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the third quarter. They've made 3 of 6. They double him with Dang. Back to Evans. And Asha kicks to Cole. Evans goes in. Dishes it to Ush. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. 4 on the clock. No coverage that time.
Prime time.
34 points for prime time.
Now, the way this defense is playing out there, I mean, they might as well not be there. That's 5 straight wide open threes.
Yeah, and that's way too many. I mean, typically teams will get the message to cover shooters after 1 or 2 wide open threes, but they just haven't figured it out yet.
The dish now to Cole. Here's Primetime, and the shot is good. Primetime's getting 11 points here in just the second half.
Impressive play there. They have been really good offensively.
Piling up the points en route to this big lead, guys. I mean, they've been unstoppable.
Now here is Haslam, guarded closely. Out to the right wing. And the basket by Chalmers. And here's New Orleans now. They're on a 14-6 run. Expanding his range. Free ball falls through. Another from Primetime. Primetime's got 39.
They just continue to splash home those threes. Eliminating the deep shot has to become priority number 1 for this defense.
It really does. I mean, it's not possible to give up that many points behind the arc and not pay the price in the end.
Lets it go with a 3. And another 3 for New Orleans.
They are wreaking havoc on them with the three-point shot here.
Lazy perimeter defense, Clark. You got to take the shooter's airspace away from them.
Haslam a screen. Dragic kicks to Haslam. Dang goes in. He feeds it to Haslam. Out of bounds. New Orleans will take possession.
Luol Deng is the definition of a game. He averaged over 38 minutes a game over the last 5 seasons with the Bulls. Played with a fractured thumb, torn ligaments in his wrist. He always goes all out at both ends every time he's on the court.
Eric Gordon, he's checked in for New Orleans.
You know, one aspect of their play today that's really been tight and far superior is their passing.
Agreed. I mean, you look at the points. I mean, they're getting a lot of baskets off of assists, so the offense really clicking here.
Here's Dang. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
You know, even from here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
Yep, pretty obvious. And a good call by the officials.
It's his first trip to the line.
Well, he's shooting about 74% from the line this year, guys. A decent percentage.
And the first one at the line is good. Caspi, he's checked in for Whiteside. Dang hits them both. And it's the Pelicans with the ball, coming off that loss against the Nets.
You know, they didn't exactly roll over. They had a good chance to win in that game. Just didn't come together for them at the right time.
Hey, the all-around effort was very solid, but they're not interested in moral victories. A loss is a loss.
And it's Dragic off the drive. Dragic left side. And Caspi kicks to Haslam. Here's Dragic. Pass to Chalmers. Clock is at 3. From deep three-point range, Dang can't get it to go.
Unfortunately, that's been the result for him over and over, guys. He just cannot find the bottom of the basket.
Here's Primetime. Off target from three-point range.
Pelicans foul. Eric Gordon. That's his second personal foul. Shooting for Miami. Mario Chalmers. 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Chalmers. And he can't hit the second. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Up, running away with it. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And now we present our State Farm assist of the game. With 5 total assists in the game, we've seen some great passing tonight from Drew Holiday.
And his passing ability is why they make sure the offense runs through him on a regular basis. Great assists like the one we just saw.
And for Miami, look at who they've got out there. Caspi is out there with Nogueira. Then there's Dragic. And it's Hayes. And it's Stockton in at the point guard position. And Miami shooting not great, 40% for the game. And it's Dragic off the drive. He kicks to Stockton. Outside Dragic. Knocked away. Fires from deep. And there's Stockton. That's good on the assist by Dragic.
Well, I'm not necessarily a big fan of him shooting that shot, but they did give him the space.
Here's prime time. And the Pelicans miss again.
Ill-advised shot selection right there, Clark.
It really was. I mean, very low percentage shot there.
Nogueira with it. And it's Aldridge picking him up. Top of the key, Dragic. Pelicans pull it in.
Well, the shot was there for him, and he had to take it. I don't care if he didn't convert it. He's got to take that every time.
Here's prime time. It's good. Only a few seconds into the shot clock. Prime time's got 47 points. He'd have gone 2 or 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Outside Dragic. Three-pointer. Again, Dragic missing. For New Orleans, they've gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Here's Gordon. From down in the low post, it goes.
That is some real serious dime dropping there. Exquisite assist.
Miami's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Nogueira sets a screen for Dragic. Inside. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that.
You know, the height difference there is huge, but he canceled it out with great body control in the air.
Exactly, Steve. He got to the hoop and wouldn't allow himself to be manhandled by the big boy.
Such a careless pass. You've got to keep your head in the game.
Dialed in from long range. I like it.
Changes for New Orleans. Ashik comes in for Cole Aldrich. And it's Amundsen in for Lua. A different look for Miami. Here's Cole. Here's Ashik. Rebound by the Heat. Whiteside's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. Here's Ennis. No good. Now New Orleans will take it the other way.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Prime time's checked in for Quincy Pondexter. The Heat also changing it up. Caspi comes in for Luol Deng. And Stockton subbed in for Ennis. And that one's good.
And another three-pointer to their second half total.
Yeah, they caught that long-range bug at halftime, and it's been bombs away ever since.
Chalmers with it. Pass to Stockton. Again, the miss by the Heat. Here's Primetime, defended by Chalmers. Here's Primetime. Can't hit. Baj with some nice D.
Even though he missed it, and he couldn't pass up that chance.
Yeah, that's an easy jump shot. You got to take that one. Boy, I tell you what, guys, he's an extremely strong finisher. I'm surprised he wasn't able to power that through the defense.
That's good.
You got to like his shot selection today. He set a good example for the rest of his teammates.
The Heat shooting a meager 37% for the game. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
Steve, they are in complete control.
Well, everything they're doing, Kevin, has been working out. I mean, the game plan was solid, and they are executing out there.
There's the pick. Now, here's Chalmers. The pass to Caspi to the left wing. Three-pointers, Stockton.
And, you know, the rebounding edge here has been key because they're getting a lot of extra possessions offensively as a result.
Guys, you're absolutely right. It's made all the difference.
No good from Primetime. Miami's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 three-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. No good from Caspi. Pelicans shoot here in the fourth quarter around 41%. Here's Cole. Here's Primetime. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Primetime's got 55.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score.
And it's the Pelicans' ball. It's a 12-2 run here. Good pace. Expanding his range. And again, New Orleans with the triple.
You know, he's showing some kind of a killer instinct this quarter, trying to stretch this lead out.
Stockton passes to Chalmers. The basket is good. The assist from Stockton.
The assist.
Chalmers has got 20 points.
That is some real serious dime dropping there. Exquisite assist.
Here's prime time. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, dominating performance for the Pelicans.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, Stephen Clark. An all-around dominant performance. Clark, and you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
I certainly did, and they didn't.
On the year now.
And boy, they've gotten their revenge tonight. They dropped the first matchup earlier in the year, but tonight they even things up 1-1 on the season against the Heat.
Beyond the actual result of this game, I think fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for primetime. He was doing everything right, and the points seemed to come in bunches. He definitely had the hot hand.
Gordon dishes to Usher. New Orleans moving the ball around. Here's primetime. Off target from outside. And for the Heat, they're shooting just 30% from the field here in the fourth. Outside Bosch. The three ball. Bosch with another miss. New Orleans with the ball. They're on an 18-6 run. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Shoots a three. No good from prime time. Here's Stockton. Three-pointer. And that one's good.
Stockton. For three.
7 seconds left in the game. Here's prime time. Off target. So we see the Pelicans taking the W here. And this one was such a lopsided victory.
They never let up. They were full throttle from the start.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Tyreek, obviously a nice...
Hey, Coach, hey, man, what's up? Yo, glad you can make it.
You've gone farther than any kid I've ever coached. Of course I'm going to make it.
Everything good?
Yeah, listen. We'd love to have you come by and, visit the kids sometime.
Hey, no problem. I'm going to do that, okay? We'll do. But I got to run right now. I'll talk to you later. I'll see you soon.
All right, sounds good.